You're never going to be successful and become rich in 2026 unless you implement this 5 success habits mindset. The 5th habit will blow your mind. So you better stick around until the end. Look, these mindset tricks I'm about to share with you are the ones I personally use to take me from working as an accountant. I was working seriously long hours in a job where I was undervalued, underappreciated, going absolutely nowhere. I was living in a 9-bedroom shared house with my wife and baby. Things were going absolute mayhem. So the mindset tricks I'm about to share with is what allow me to move from being a dead broke accountant to becoming a successful property investor. We have multiple businesses and a multi-million pound property investment portfolio that generates 6 figures. So what I'm about to share with you, if you implement, will drastically change your life for the better this 2026. Listen, if you can't invest 10 minutes of your time to learn what I did to become successful and rich, I'm afraid you will still be stuck, stay poor as you did in 2025. But for the few of you who stick around, let's go. A few days ago, as the year comes to a close, my wife and I sat in that sofa talking about what are the attributes or what are the habits we've adapted to get us from where we were sharing a 9-bedroom house to where we are now. And that really gets me thinking, but also get me to kind of reflect on what we've done, what things have we adapted in our life that has changed our life, but also changing lots of professionals that have been working seriously long hours to have additional income. Some of them have gone to become financially free using our tried and tested method. So after we had the conversation, I thought probably it's best for me to share this with you so you can use the exact tried and tested method I've used to become successful, so you could also become successful. So, it is time of the year when everybody talks about goal setting, New Year's resolutions and all that sort of thing. You start doing that and then guess what? In about maybe a couple of days or maybe a few weeks later, you forgot about it. But what people usually do at the end of the year or the beginning of the year, they've got something that they call goal settings. So people go on setting these massive, gigantic goals. Some go setting small, tiny goals, and then they set it and then they forget about it. They never go back to checking their goals or to even see what they've actually wrote, whether it's something that they could achieve in the first place, and then they just forget about it. So it's not about setting goals. It's not really about writing your goals. There's something far more important than that, because the only way your goals can actually get you to where you want to go is if you know these 5 things that I'm about to share. Of course, having goals is vitally important, but you and I know most people will not actually execute their goals. The reason being is because they have not added these 5 elements into the goals. And these 5 elements are the ones I'm going to share with you now for you to understand. In order for you to achieve your goals, you've got to be able to have these 5 elements to back you up. It's not just about mindset, it's about steps and things you got to take in order to get you to achieve your goals. Because once you've got your goal, you've got your why, you need these elements to push you forward to get you to the destination where you want to be. 1, grabbing opportunities without asking questions. What do I mean by that? When someone presents an opportunity to you, you got to grab it before you start asking questions. You grab it, you learn about it, and then you go on and do whatever it needs to be. Suppose someone turn around and say, look, I've got this amazing opportunity about an investment property that I saw. It's a dilapidated house. It's really kind of wonky. The seller has been struggling to sell this property. So literally, it is something that some people may be interested in. And then they present that opportunity to you, verbally, of course, but you did not take the opportunity to be like, oh, I haven't got the money. Or maybe say, oh, I haven't got the skills, I haven't got the expertise. I'm not the type of people that do property. Maybe this is not for me. I'm going to wait tomorrow, next tomorrow, or the day after, or until I educate myself before I kind of jump into it. So literally, you got the opportunity presented in front of you, and you're finding all these reasons for not doing it. Knowing that, you've already set your goal to achieve what you set yourself to achieve. So that is the law of attraction coming into effect already without you even starting taking action. Or perhaps someone has a massive business opportunity or investment opportunity that is really good. It's not too good to be true. It is an actual genuine opportunity. But what you do, you either go quiet or you find all the reasons that can talk you out of taking that opportunity, and you wonder why you're not being successful. And here's the deal. This is what successful people are very, very good at. And when I implement this, it drastically changed my life. When an opportunity is presented to a successful person, they don't look at the risk first. We look at the benefits that opportunity gets us. In that example, someone presented you a deal, a property that you can actually buy, do up, renovate, you rent it out, make a bit of money from it, or lots of money from it, and you sell past it. If it was an investor or an entrepreneur, a business person, someone who's got goal, driven, why, and all that, you look at that, okay, this is the deal. It's a brilliant deal. It's in a good location. It's in this. I can do that with it. I can renovate. I can add web to it. I can change the use. I can change it to flat. I can change it to HM, whatever that may be for that property, right? They think about that in the first place, and then they grab, look, I may have someone who is interested in buying, even if they don't have the money to buy it, but they can still grab by saying, I know someone who may be interested. Then what these entrepreneurs or business people like us will do, we will grab that information, even if we don't have the money, we look for someone who's got money who we can partner with to execute that strategy. This is what you take from an opportunity and make it yours to make it successful. And obviously the person that you're taking opportunity from also successful. Let me give you an example. I remember when I started my property investment journey, I was looking for lots of property. Back then I was doing just rent to rent. If you don't know what rent to rent is a process by which an investor would rent a property from a landlord and subsequently rent it out on a room by room basis. That's how I started, because I did not have money to buy these investment properties. So I had this property. I think at that point I have about 8 properties that I've just taken. I'm in the process of setting these properties up. So then one of my landlord rang me and told me, look, Rahim, I have one of my cousin that's got a property. He's just bought this property and is looking for someone to kind of help them set the property up and perhaps maybe rent the property up for them. So what I did at that point, I just said, I've got 8 properties right now. I cannot do anything right now. I'm so busy to set these properties up. So basically that is not for me right now. I'm too busy. I can't do it. What I did is, I said to them, well, of course, absolutely. So can I have the number? Can I speak to this gentleman to see how I can best serve him? So obviously I put the phone up, rang the investor, that's excited to bought this property. It's a 6-bedroom house. They're looking to rent it out. I said, look, I'm wondering if you could help me rent this property. I said, of course. I said, look, how much do you want for your property? He said, what do you want? I said, how about if I can guarantee you the rent? Would you kind of be interested in things like that? You might not get the amount you've just told me, but it's slightly under, but I can guarantee that rent every single month. I went in, take that opportunity, that then became my 9 investment property. So you got to be able to take properties or opportunities without questioning the opportunity. There's another example. There's a very successful individual for people that follow the social media. He's called Grant Cardone. I remember Grant Cardone explaining an example where someone from New York called him asking for an interview in a specific topic, right? And the journalist told him about the topic and all that sort of thing. And then he did not even have a clue about what that journalist was saying actually. And he just said yes. And then he said he learned about that topic, that subject, whilst he was flying from LA to New York. He mastered it. He went and got an interview. That was one of his best interviews that literally led to so many partnerships. So, what opportunities are you walking past? What opportunities are you scared of? What opportunity that you think this is not for me, this is just way too much for me, that you've walked past? Think about it. Get it to sink in. So, if you have, today should be the last day you'd ever do that. Whether you know the opportunity or not, grab it with both hands and find a way to execute it. I hope that makes sense. Number 2, this second one is crazy. It's reputation and consistency. So what is a reputation? A reputation is the process by which an individual continuously do things even without result. They are consistent and they keep doing the thing that they are supposed to do to get them to the end goal, with or without result. And this process is the process that really gets lots of people stop when they just start or halfway. The mother of success is reputation. You got to be repeating what you're doing. You got to be consistent day in and day out. No matter what happened, you're all out doing what you're supposed to do. I'll give an example. When I started my property investment journey, and it went really tough, and been searching for deals, going for viewings, talking to landlords. It took me a very, very long time for me to be able to actually get my first property deal. I think it actually took me 6 months, right? 6 months I've been grinding, repeating, practicing, being consistent no matter what. Every single day, 6 to 7 days a week, I'm doing the same thing without any result, right? But I kept keeping on until I hit the first one. And here's the thing, before I hit that first deal, I was at the breaking point, the point where I'm thinking, this is not going to work. I've got a wife and a baby that I need to look after. 6 months is gone, nothing has happened. It's about time to go back to the rat race. So I remember vividly taking a laptop and starting to look for a job. And then my wife walked down, looked at my screen. I was on Indeed. She was like, what are you doing? Why are you on Indeed? I'm thinking like, well, it hasn't happened and I've got responsibility. I think probably it's good to start looking for a job. She was like, what? Gonna go back looking for a job? Really? Is that really what you want to do? Are you gonna lick what you spat? You said you're never gonna go working for people. Is that really what you want to do? Come on. She took the laptop off me and then I said, you know what? I'm not gonna do it anymore. I'm gonna continue on. And here's the thing, that moment I was looking for that job, right? I was only a week away from getting my first property deal. Imagine if I was to apply for a job, guess what I would be doing after that? Practicing interviews, updating my CVs, doing so much stuff. It would have derailed me from my goal, right? That would have just ruined everything. I was so close to the gold mine, only to about to quit, but I did not quit. I had someone that reminded me why I started, and guess what? A week later, I was able to secure my first property deal. It was a 7-bedroom house. We converted that into 9-bedroom, and then we rented that property out, and that property started making us money. And then I got this sense of reality, this sense of reputation, but the result of doing the same thing over and over without having someone applauding you, without someone actually helping you out, right? I was consistent. I was in it. And that really helped me get me to where I want to go. But also, example, recently, we were struggling to go to the gym. She really loves going to the gym. But obviously, sometimes, like to wake up in the morning, so it's a very tough one for most people. And it's just like, oh, I really struggle to wake up in the morning to go to the gym. You wake up at 5:30 in the morning, you go, you've been doing it consistently. Like, I really want to do the same things. And look, you got to have a bigger why behind you. And you got to do it, especially at the time when things go stuff. Remember what you told me a few years ago? It's when the thing goes stuff is when you really want to get it done. The day that you feel so tired or you feel so cold outside is the day you want to flip the switch to go to the gym. Because if you do that, you have literally won against you would have won your subconscious weakness, because basically it's a weakness that tells you, oh, don't go, it's too cold outside, or you're really tired, sleep for another 30-40 minutes. It gets you the negative energy, and most people lose at that point. The people that win at that point are the people that snap out of that negativity. Say, no, I'm gonna go and do it no matter what, right? For me, that's what gets me to do what I want to do. If I want to go to the gym, I don't care what the weather is like outside. I don't care whether it's snowing, it's raining, whatever the weather is. I wake up in the morning and go and smash it, and that's what gets me results. And here's the thing, if you want to be successful, you got to be able to execute with reputation and consistency, and that is when I get you to where you want to go. It is like having a GPS. Put in your postcode. Your GPS takes you to wherever you want to go, whatever the location, whatever the weather, it takes you to your destination. That is your reputation. Number 3, you're going to love this one. And this one is where 90% of the people fall short. It just gets them not to do anything. And what is that? It's focus. What is focus? Focus is consistently looking at one thing and do that one thing, the only thing you do until you get results, ignoring all the noises around you. And now here's the thing, the reason why most people fail in this is because there's so much noise around, right? There's so much noises around, and what they do, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go into maybe property, right? They'll be like, oh, I'm gonna start investing in property, I'm gonna start this, I'm gonna start my rental is, so maybe buy, refurbish and refinance, right? Thinking is easy. So once they start doing the rent to rent, and they realize that they've got their first no, second no, third no, fourth no, maybe they don't even know how to kind of do the script. They didn't have someone to mentor them, coach them, guide them along the way. And then they go like, whoa, this is not what I was expecting. This is hard. This is really, really hard, right? And they'll be like, no, this is too hard. And guess what? They lose focus at that point. And then guess what happens? The negative mind start looking for the easier things to do, thinking that it's easy, right? Like, okay, you know what? Rent-to-rent is too hard. I'm not going to do rent-to-rent. You know what? Oh, but if I can try doing things online, maybe I want to start selling things on Amazon or eBay, right? So they moved from property, and now all of a sudden they want to do drop shopping. They want to do kind of like Amazon FBA. I think it is easy. And then they want to go when they register, get excited, register on Amazon FBA, and then do all this stuff that they're supposed to do at that point. And then it comes to sourcing the product. They start realizing, what? I'm going to be chatting to people in China. English is not the same language, and their day are my night is their day. So it's so complicated, it's so back and forth. We're going to be sending them emails, messages, chats. They don't even understand what I'm saying. Things become so unbelievably hard. You'd be like, what? This is another nightmare, right? I could not even get my product sourced, right? You cannot communicate with them. You cannot order your samples. You cannot do anything. Then it becomes another tough one for you, right? And then you'd be like, you know what? This is too hard. I can't do this anymore. You know what? This is too hard. This is not for me, right? And then you move on to something else. They keep doing that all the time. Look back there in month 8, right? They started, we wanted to be property investors. Now all of a sudden they've done drop shipping. They have done trading online. They have tried cryptos, selling stocks and all that. None of this has actually fruitful to them because why? Their energy is spread out. They have not been focused to getting what they want to get, right? They have not been focused. They're always looking for the easier option out. And the easier option out is not always the option that gives you result. And here's the thing, is if everybody is doing what you're about to do, there's no money in it. The only thing that gets you result is the thing that is hard. You got to play the hard yard to get the benefit of what you're doing. So, but if you focus on what you're doing, you ignore all the noises, all this alternative stuff at the beginning, that is what gets you a result. And here's the deal. I listened to an interview with one of the most successful business people in planet Earth, Warren Buffett. He's a very big in stock and real estate. They asked him a question. So if you can give one attribute to your success, guess what he said? He said focus. He said you got to focus in one thing. Become an expert in that one thing. Become the person everybody knows about that one thing. Systemize it, automate it, delegate it before you move to anything else. So you got to be able to focus in one thing in order to get you to where you want to be. You see, when I started, I focused on rent-to-rent. I knew rent-to-rent was my strategy. This is a strategy I want to be known for. I received so many emails about buy, refurbish and refinance, rent-to-service accommodation, holiday let, so many other investment opportunities, trading stock online, cryptos and all that. I ignored every single thing. I narrowly focused on rent-to-rent, and that is what everybody knew me about. If I go to business event, if I meet landlords, whatever I do, I specialize in rent-to-rent. I tell people everything about rent-to-rent. And rent-to-rent was me, was my identity. So anybody knows if you want rent-to-rent, go to Rahim, he will help you out. So that then becomes me. So think about it then. What part of your goal that you want to settle for? Is it, what type of industry are you going to be in? Is it real estate? Is it opening your own new business? Is it having a side hustle? Is it trading online? Is it becoming a graphic designer? Is it becoming whatever that is for you? You got to focus on that thing, right? You got to focus and ignore all the noises, especially now in social media. Literally, as soon as you swipe, you're seeing people doing so many stuff. Some on holidays, on yachts, expensive, amazing cars. Be like, whoa, I'm so slowing down. I need to move on to what these people are doing because these people are getting rich. Stop it. Don't. Because here's the thing, if you do, you've lost that focus. If you follow and execute what you set yourself to execute, without shadow of a doubt, you will be successful, right? It might not come as soon as it anticipated, but believe me or not, you will get there. Especially when everybody thinks you're crazy and they're thinking you're wasting your time. Those people that do not know what you're doing, basically. As long as you know what you're doing, you focus to that, believe me or not, it would make you very, very successful, because that's what happened to me and my family and to the people that I work with. I tell them to focus on one strategy, nothing else. One strategy, that's what we're going to execute. And believe me or not, 99% of the time, we achieve our results. We get the properties, we buy the properties, we renovate the properties, we add value to these houses, and it becomes amazing, beautiful homes, but also makes us lots of money along the way. Number 4, now this one is the one that, how do I say it, right? Literally, the world we're living, everybody wants to be their own megaphone, right? Everybody wants to be a megaphone. Everybody wants to say things. And this one here is what I call listening. Number 4 is listening. Now you'll be thinking, wow, what is this to do with my being successful and rich in 2026? But hear me out here. What do I mean by listening? Listening is a process by which somebody would pretend to be a kid and listen to the information or to the knowledge or to the golden nugget someone is giving them without interrupting. Now, if you want to go far, you got to be able to listen to people, especially to the people that are more experienced than you are. If they're telling you something, you got to listen. If you got a business, listen to what your customers are saying, so your customers can communicate with you in different ways. One could be leaving you a review, a feedback about your product. Some of them will go harsh on you to say how shitty your product is, how shitty your service is. But this is a communication. This is for you to listen to what they're saying. You look at what they're saying and find a way you can actually improve your product and services in a way that it elevates you, your brand, and the people that you serve. Without that, you're not getting anywhere, okay? But also listening to people that have done what you've already done. That also helps you. If someone is talking to you, telling you about an advice, but here's the thing also, bear in mind here, you got to listen to the right sort of people. If someone has never done what you're doing, they've never executed what you're about to execute, you should not be listening to those people. These are not the type of people I'm talking about here. I'm talking about listening to your customers, to the services that you provide, to your feedback, to the people that have done what you anticipate to do. Right? These are the sort of people you want to be listening to. Because if you listen to those people, it will define your success. It will define who you are. But here's the thing, instead of listening to music, or instead of listening or watching things that don't add value to you, you got to start listening to audiobooks, to podcasts, to educational programs, to anything that adds value to you, not something that derails you, something that takes value from you, like your Netflix, for example, like your Amazon Prime. But maybe by listening to music, turn your car into your library, right? Turn your car into library. Listen to audiobooks, personal development books, Rich Dad Poor Dad, money-making machines, and whatever you can listen to that could give you knowledge, ideas, and can grow you and take you to the next level. That is what you want to consume, because that way you become successful. Number 5, this is the one that made me hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands, but also made me a property millionaire. You see, in order for you to be successful, and that is copy. I know it sounds crazy, right? Why is this the last one? Let me explain. In order for you to be successful, you got to break the myth of what we've been told in school, colleges, and universities. In colleges and universities, we were told not to copy anybody else. If you copy someone at uni, it's plagiarism. I can't even pronounce that word, right? In essence, you are in a big trouble. If you copy someone, you copy their whatever they did, and you submit that, you are in big trouble, right? We've been told that. And I can understand why we were told that, because they don't want you to get rich. They don't want you to become successful. There is an agenda behind that. Because if you're successful, it's not good to them. They're not going to be able to make money from you. If you're rich, they're not going to be able to make money from you. So they want to tell you, you should not copy anybody else. So you start that from school, colleges, university. So they engrave this toxic behavior in us, right? And then we end up being like everybody else, working for someone, working ridiculously long hours, because if you're told not to copy, right? You come with this first-class degrees and all that sort of thing, only to go and work for someone that you're way, 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 way smarter than. And that is one of the biggest scam that we've been told in planet Earth. I know what you're thinking right now. You're thinking, this guy is crazy, but let me explain. I'm getting there, right? Because this, if you can master this, anything else I've said, the 4 habits I've just mentioned, becomes a tiny element of what you do, because that is the master of everything, right? So we've been told not to do any of those things in school, right? Which is a sad fact. It's a sad reality. Smart kids finish university only to go and work for someone that they're way, way clever than, right? Let me break this myth down for you. Now, have you ever wondered why? Have you ever wondered if that is really what life is all about? Have you wondered whether that is how successful, how billionaires become billionaires? Have you ever wondered why, is that the reason why lots of people become rich? If you think about it right now, you will know, is it not? Now, anybody who told you not to copy, they are failures themselves, right? Tell them Rahim tells you so, right? Rahim tells you so, they are failures. Now, you've got to be able to copy someone and become successful. Let me explain this to you for you to understand that. Let's take it to the human level. When I'm talking about copying someone, I'm not asking you to copy their whole personality. Look at a successful person. Look at the attribute they have into what you want to achieve. Suppose they're a successful businessman. They are into, let's say, online businesses. They're very good in Amazon, FBA. They're very good in their online thing, right? But they are shitty in relationship, and they are also shitty in their behaviors. But they're very, very good in Amazon FBA, right? And that is what you want to copy. You want to copy what they're very good at, that you want to attract to you. All the other stuff, their behavior, relationship behavior, or things like that is noise. So you don't copy that. You copy exactly what you want from them, right? Suppose for me then, I'm a property investor and you like what I'm doing. Like, you like the properties I do, you like the way I explain stuff, you like the way I renovate houses. And that's the aspect, or that's the element of me that you like. You copy that part, right? You copy the part you like from me, not my whole entirety, okay? You copy what makes me successful, and that you implement that. That's number 1 of becoming successful individual. If you can master that, rest is easy. So now, just to break the myth a little bit here, we've been told not to copy at university, college levels, right? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever wondered why there are multiple of supermarkets? We have Tesco's, we have Asda, right? Don't they sell the same thing? Probably yes. We have Lidl, we have Aldi. Don't they sell the same thing? Move on to gas stations. We have Total, we have Shell, we have BP. Don't they sell the same fuel? Of course they do. Let me take you further. Cars, we have Nissan, we have Toyota, we have Teslas, we have Range Rovers. Don't they drive you to the same destination? Of course they do, right? We have eBay, for example. eBay started before Amazon. So Amazon came around and said, well, eBay having scam issues, payment issues, I'm going to copy eBay and make myself better. Guess what? And then he opens Amazon that we know today. So eBay started, Amazon copied the same thing, took it to the next level, a level that you could not, unbelievable. Today, you can buy an item in Amazon and got delivered the same freaking day. Don't they copy each other? And then let's walk back a little bit here. You think about Amazon, right? Amazon came, everyone was excited about Amazon. Someone said, you know what? I'm going to copy Amazon, but I take it to the next level so I can supply Amazon's sellers. Then Alibaba was born. You get me right. Alibaba sells exactly the same thing that eBay and Amazon sell. But guess what? They do it on a wholesale level. Exactly the same process, but in a different level. So basically, if you want to sell in Amazon today and eBay, you go to Alibaba to source your product. So Alibaba supplies Amazon and eBay sellers. And then guess what? It's exactly the same thing. Is it not the same thing? It is absolutely the same thing. So that myth, that thing we've been told in school not to copy, is absolute BS. Eradicate that in your life. From today, try and learn to copy people. I'm going to go to the extreme end. Most people will hate me from saying this, but the few would understand what I mean, okay? Let's take religion, for example, right? We had a religion be before Christianity. Maybe that was Judaism. I don't know what that is. They had their own religion. They impacted people there positively. And then somehow Mary gave birth to Jesus. Jesus became a son, and then he grew up, he became, some people call him God, and he came and created his own religion, right? Worshipping the same God at that point. But he came around and did his own thing, right? He kind of put his message to his own people, right? He communicated the way he wants people to worship his God, right? He sold that to the people, right? And guess what? People bought it, right? When he's gone, guess what? Islam was born. Muhammad came around and said, you know what? This is my religion now. Forget Christianity, forget Judaism. This is the one and last religion. This is the religion that every individual in planet Earth should follow. Don't they copy each other? They do. Especially when you look at Christianity and Islam, they're very close, right? Literally, it's the closest religion you could ever find, right? But they were able to copy each other for somehow got the most massive, the biggest population to follow them. Islam and Christianity is one of the largest religions in planet Earth, right? It's all the same thing, right? They're copying each other. I know that's extreme. Some people are going to hate me for this. Most people are going to hate me for this, actually. The few would understand where I'm getting at here, right? I'm not being religious here. I'm not trying to criticize any religion, by the way. I'm just trying to paint a picture here. So for you to understand that, you got to copy people to become successful. For me, I learned this also from a gentleman called Tony Robbins. So Tony Robbins, I remember when I visited him, when we had an event, he said, I am the biggest copycat in planet Earth. If I see someone doing something, I'm going to go and copy it and make mine better. So I adapted that skill. And here's the thing, guys. I am the biggest copycat you can find. If I see something really, really good, I copy it and make it better for me and my people. That's how I've been growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. Even from my son, if he says something that's very nice, I copy it. Outside, I copy. My staff, I copy. My colleague, I copy. Entrepreneurs, I copy. Business people, I copy. See, all these books here, they're not here for no reason. They're here because I want to copy what these people do, right? I copy, replicate it, and get it to the way I want to get. And here's the thing, if you copy someone, right, you can either get the same result that they achieve, or you can even do better than them. Why am I sharing that? It's because it might take them 2-3 years to do what they've done. Because you know what they've done, it will take you a few weeks to few months to achieve the same level of success because you've copied someone. You've got a path. This is where mentorship comes in. This is where coaching comes in. This is where mastermind group comes in. You've got to be around people so you can copy them to become successful. If you want to implement any of this last one is the one you really, really want to become a master. You want to specialize in this. As I said, ignoring any other aspect of that individual or company that you want to copy. And then you go and absolutely immerse yourself in that. And believe me or not, if you implement these 5 things without shadow of a doubt, you will be successful. Better than anybody in your marketplace, or better than anybody in your family, or better than anybody that you come across if you wanted that to happen for you. And believe me, if you've been watching this video until this time, you are one of the few people. You are one of the few people that actually go through process and finish it. You've got to be congratulating yourself right now. These 5 things, the only difference is between the people that not watch this video to you, the few people, is if you know this and you did not implement it. If you don't implement it, you are the same as that other person that did not even bother to watch it, okay? So you go and implement. Oh, by the way, also, let me know in the comment below, which of these 5 elements resonate with you? Or perhaps you want to ask a question about any of these elements. If you need advice or any help with those, let's get the conversation going on this show. We want this video to be one of the viral videos for our community so that people can know this secret. It is a well-kept secret that people don't want you to know. So you got them now, you got this. Go and literally share this video with other people, comment, let's get the conversation going here so we can get more people to watch this video to learn and implement what we've executed here. So now you know it's not all about goals. It's not all about why you want to do things. It's about these 5 steps to get you to where you want to go. If you like this video or any of my videos, smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to seeing you on the next one, and I wish you happy, wonderful New Year.